Standard greeting, I'm EDF Toxic, and I am totally not as prepared as I thought I was. But today is May 7th, 2018, and I want to do a little bit of art today. Over the weekend, it was the 2-hour album challenge. The second 2-hour album challenge, that is. And I'll just put a link in chat here. The resulting album has been released. So that's that. In case anybody's looking for it, I'm on track 7. I made a track that sounds something like me being unprepared. Give me a second here. Something like this. I guess I can switch screens by now. Um, but yeah, so last time I did the 2-hour album challenge, later in the weekend I made sort of little some artwork to go with it to put in a video when I uploaded it to YouTube. And you know, I have a template now for uploading 2-hour track challenges, which I'll be uploading the rest of the ones I've done later this month or the beginning of next month. But that was kind of fun doing some artwork, so I'm going to do something like that again. And I'm thinking I want to do something a little bit more abstract this time, I guess. So instead of like a landscape with of a desert with a person sitting in or whatever, the results in this album, the theme was stretch split. So I kind of have the wrong brush out. A lot of the results in the album are interesting. We'll put it that way. Also good, but they're like quite abstract, I guess. So I'm thinking I'll do something like that. I kind of took stretch split to mean you can interpret it any way that you want. I split the guitars, so I had an electric guitar in the left ear and an acoustic guitar in the right ear, which I thought was kind of cool. So I'm going to see if I can sort of illustrate that in an abstract picture. I could probably make this brush a bit bigger to make this easier on myself. It's been a while since I've used Krita, so I'm a bit out of practice. Bear with me. So I guess that's the end of my introductory rambling. How are you doing, Kirok? Jeez, I still could make this bigger. Good, excellent. Yeah. What color should I do the other side? Yellow? I think yellow. Oh, that's not a color I want to use. That was kind of ugly. And apparently I can't aim, because I'm pretty sure I selected yellow there, not green. Make this a really sharp corner. Oop. Still not sure if I really like this color. Actually, you know what? I'll probably end up smudging it with another color to really make it less solid, because I tend to do that a lot when I'm in here. Ooh, get in that corner. I should probably go with a smaller brush. Hooked in PSP. Yeah, I never had a PSP, but yeah, I guess those are getting kind of old now, aren't they? I played a bunch of a PSP. A friend from the bus had one and let me try Project Diva Second on it one time, and I basically got hooked and basically played it every day on the bus. Yeah, that was fun. Um, just trying to think all of a sudden how many handheld game systems have I really had? I think the Game Boy is the only one. Well, original Game Boy and then a Game Boy Advance. That's a little bit more yellow. Let's mix some of that green in there now. Fuck. Vita, VSP, yeah. GBA, yeah, that's the other one that I had. A Game Boy, original Game Boy, and then I had a Game Boy Advance um, later, which I played a whole bunch of Pokemon Gold on. Yeah, let's do green on the other side too. That might be quite a bit. No, probably not actually. I'll just kind of smear that in there to make it a really unique, unsolid texture. Because this is what I like to do. I want a bit more black in that though. I still want the left side to be quite dark. Uh, oh yeah. Yeah, that was always one problem with the GBA. It's always so dark. Did I miss any messages? No, I know. I have my. I should move this over because my chat feels really quite far. Uh oh, I'm getting a phone call. Give me a second. Unmute. Sorry about that. It's tried calling Mom earlier and she wasn't able to pick up the phone and just needed to talk a bit of strategy with her. So now that's over with. Um, with the headset, I can easily still paint while I'm doing that too. It's kind of cool. But yeah, Yeah, I agree. I kind of discovered that on accident. Like I tried, I had like a big painty project that I wanted to do. There is so not enough green in here. I think it's because it's so similar to the yellow. Um, and I tried like fresh paint on my tablet. I was messing around with for a while. I tried doing it in there, but it's just so hard. And I'm just terrible. Um, and then I tried getting back into it again with GIMP, and I just couldn't get the rings on that one. And then Fedrin actually mentioned Krita because she actually uses Krita as well. Um, so then I went and tried Krita and just started messing around with the tools and found this little trick and just continued to use it. Pretty much everything I paint in here uses this. I tend to have a problem with my art in that I try to make it too solid of colors. So and trying to not do that, I have trouble with it. So this is good, and it still looks like crap for the time being. Ooh, getting close to this edge here is going to be tricky. I don't want to scribble like that. That's a little bit. I'll repaint this if I have to. Actually, I will repaint this border because I want it to be like a very solid black edge in between, not quite the same mixing color. Maybe I'll even mix it underneath a little bit. That's an interesting idea. I'm also starting to wonder why I chose yellow. That's kind of a weird color choice. I'm suddenly remembering lessons in school about like what different colors mean, and I don't remember what yellow means. I think it was calm though, which actually that makes sense. I kind of chose yellow because of sunrise, I guess, like a painting of a sunrise. Maybe a sunset, but I don't imagine sunsets in yellow. All I remember is that purple was like royalty. Okay. Camera's a bit high up! John Tron reference, in case you didn't know. Old video where he covered the movie Birdemic, Shock and Terror. I've watched that video few too many times for my own good. Oh man, this green looks like jello or something. Also, it looks much more faded on my OBS preview than it does on my main monitor. Yeah. I need more yellow up there, not more green down here. Whoa, too much yellow. Get a bit of green in there. I just had a thought. Let me take a drink of water, though. Gradually watermelon. Anyways, the thought is, what if I put a guitar along the center, except it's like electric on one side and acoustic on the other side? I think that would be a cool effect. Right now, I'm just trying to smear this massive friggin' area. How long have I been doing this for? 20 minutes? This tends to take the longest, this part here. Noticed that with my other paintings, digital paintings. I like to call them, which I guess makes sense. I guess that's what they are. Alright, let's continue applying, smudging these together. I think the other side is mostly good for now. I just looked up here and saw a couple spots that it could be improved. But this side, most of it needs to be improved. Don't want to cover all the black yet because I want to smear a lot of the black back into the green. Just not all the black back into the green. Gradually watermelon. Oh man, now that's going through my head. I gotta mention another reference. It's Google Translate Sings The Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. And in case you don't know, Google Translate Sings is something that Melinda Kathleen Reese does. She takes lyrics to a song, puts it through online translators way too many times, and of course and then back into English, and of course it's not going to come back the same way that you originally put it in. And she just starts singing this gibberish that it spit out in place of the original lyrics. And it's actually really funny. Welcome back. Think the right side looks smooth yet? Oh, I just noticed that spot that I didn't like. Today was yeah. You were in Hamnisu stream earlier. Is he still? I see one person is live. Is that Hamnisu or is he done now? Oh, you're in two streams at once. Okay. I see how it goes. Okay, I think I need more black in this area here. I can always add some more black the way I added more blue too, if it comes down to that. Blue? Green. Can you get my colors straight? The blue is another cool color. I think blue is also calming, like yellow is. Thank you. The Yeah, I'm just trying to get the black side to do the same thing, except I already added too much green to it, so see if I can undo that or if I can have to pull out the black brush. Yeah, I gotta pull out a brush. Not that one. That one. Kind of almost becomes a gray. I don't know how I just zoomed. Oh, nice. Krita, please. We've never had a PlayStation 1. We have a PlayStation 2. It's really stubborn. And a PS3 and a PS4. Yeah, we didn't grow up with these systems, so it's not exactly nostalgia for us. Oh yeah, I read game like singular game and got confused there. I thought you were talking about one, and then saw the sum of. Stopping and letting this update sometimes makes it easier to see what is where a certain color is overpowering the other one, I find. Yeah, well, I mean sometimes there are advantages to these low quality games too. Of course, one of them is nostalgia, but even like I've been saying for a while, some of these more realistic games, sure they look really nice, but it's also harder to tell where you're supposed to slash allowed to go. Like some of the older games I played, Dark Forces 2 level 3 I'm thinking of. The first level of Shogo Marble Armor Division, which nobody here is going to know. If you do know that, then let me know because we need to nerd out about it. But they're outdoors, and there's just like a steep cliff. Like obviously that's the end of the level, and it looks really dumb when comparing it to like reality. But it also makes it very obvious for the sake of the game. So it's kind of interesting how you lose one when you make the other better. Why is there so much green there? I think I'm like scared to make it too black or something. Those were both for Windows, for PC. Maybe even Mac here. I have discs Hammy just ended. Windows 95 and 98. This one is doesn't actually. Oh, Windows 95 it says on here. That was one of the other reasons I wanted a standalone mic. So I can just do that. Because I couldn't do that with my headset. More black around here, I thought so. I've never done this blending thing with the black. So this is something new for me. That's my excuse. Making things too green again. What am I trying to do? What am I doing? You know what I should do is like... What? Why? Tablet. Why? Take like a really thin thing. Why did I do that? Put it in there. And there, and then see if I can brush that. Oh, now this brush is really big. Which made that not have the effect that I wanted. No, more black, not more green. It is looking pretty dark in the preview. 0.42 pixels, yeah. Okay. 2.191 is too small. Default size. Be right back again, okay. Weird noises going on upstairs. Almost sounded like a thunderstorm, but I think it was a chair moving around. Also, I noticed while I was looking up there, that had negative effects. A cord hanging down in a way that I don't like it, and now I have it hanging down in a way that I really don't like it. I will grab the ladder later and fix that, because that's going to take a little bit more to fix than I originally anticipated. This is a really weird order. It just looks kind of funny. Oh, so that's how I zoomed. Apparently one of the buttons on my pen does that. Let me zoom back in. Actually, zoom in a bit more. Nah, zoom out that little bit again. That is very dark over there. I like that. Oh, I can't even see it from this angle. Can you see the difference? The green. All right. Just do a bunch of big strokes now. It's looking pretty good though. Finally. Yeah. Boom. I like shapes. Alright, so I'm going to rename these layers because I realized I just left them as layer 1 and layer 2. So this one is main colors. And this one is backing. Just a white backing. It's what Critic comes with, and then it gives you a transparent layer on top. Water. There is a mark on my desk, and I'm not sure how it got there, but it looks like a pencil mark. Yeah, just that a little bit. Oh, wrong layer. Okay, so I'm going to not curious. That does not look any different. Sometimes there's a little bit of white showing through, but I couldn't see any place where difference. Yes, that's a sentence I was trying to make. So I'm going to make a new layer here. Call it split. And make this very black. Very. See if I can. It's got a bit of a fuzz on the end, and I don't want that on the edge. Actually, maybe I'll even use this tool. How do I use this tool? Oh, it's freaking touch sensitive. Okay. I'll just do this then. Shapes. It's completely unintentional, but this is really hard, this corner, and this one's a little bit more round, and that one's even more round. And that was completely unintentional, but that's actually kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to add, on top of it, I'm going to add guitar. Because I don't want this to be just like a black on one side and yellow with hints of green on the other side. Because that's boring. Let me lock these other 3 layers so I don't accidentally draw on them. Just totally blanked on that word there. That was amazing. See, my guitar is somewhere around here, maybe. I actually suck at colors. For the electric guitar, I'll just do the body for now. Yeah, I'll let it go over that split there, and then I'll actually put it underneath the split instead. Yeah, I think this is too big is the problem. That's better. Yeah, that's much better. And the only thing is that's upside down. Oops. That looks more like it. Alright, so there's one guitar. And that one guitar, or at least the body of it. And then on the other side, I will make like an acoustic guitar. Should I put that in a separate layer? I don't know. Yeah, I'll put it in a separate layer. Give myself a bit more control. Since they're going under the split, it's not like I'm gonna have to do anything to merge the split or anything like that. So I think this should do just fine. That's too brown. I wanted a bit more orange. Ooh, I like that. Where did it go? And the acoustic is a little bit bigger because that's how it goes. And also, I can't draw this shape to save my life right now. Oh my greatness. Also, I said a little bit bigger, not like massive. That was a fucking ukulele. See, it's too far this way, I think. I think this part here needs to be closer to this part here, so I'm gonna do that instead. Nope, not that shape. Yeah, so that's a little bit too big. A little bit too small, I mean. Yeah. That's a guitar. As soon as you put that hole in there, it really looked like it. The hole didn't connect properly. Will I stop saying hole, please? That word has been corrupted for me. Okay, so very solid for now. Very... Here, I'm going to do this whole a different way. Where would be eraser? Oh, right here. Large eraser, that size. There's my hole. A bit too small. Oh, a bit too big. Yeah, still a bit too big. A bit too right. And ended up too big. There we go. I will put a neck on this, by the way. Later. I'm gonna hide everything. Except for that. Take you, oops, out of eraser mode. reset the tool anyway. Where? Smudge, there it is. Yeah, that tool, that right there, that's the thing I want. A little bit of a lighter brown. Except I actually need a bit of the paint on there first for this tool. So there's a lighter brown. Yeah. And then I'm going to go to this this thing and just kind of sweep it across, give it kind of a wood grain. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. Especially when I don't start at the color that I'm trying to smear. And I probably should have done that hole later. I'm seeing now. Cut the hole in the wood grain as well. Learn some. Oh. Although I wonder if it's too late to undo the hole, because that's actually messing me up now. Oh, drat! I guess repaint that it is. Let me zoom in. How do I zoom in on this? For some reason Z doesn't work, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to. Not back at the brush tool. No. This has been growing for a little while, Amy. It's like, what's that supposed to mean? Then I remembered that you haven't seen me since I grew this out. But yeah, I started this. Oh, geez. A few years ago. Because I like the feeling of long hair, but for some reason it always bugged me around my right ear. But not around my left, so I somehow came up with this thing and stuck with it. You never used to have hairstyle. Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, now I can go back to this. So how was your stream, Hammy? And how are you? I'm good. I'm just painting a guitar right now to be inserted into a rather abstract piece of art. Yeah, Stardew looks like a neat game. I don't know if it's exactly my style, especially nowadays, but yeah. Oh my gosh, this is tricky. You know what I should do? I should just have to reshape that guitar again. I can't say that I'm hungry because I just had dinner. Chicken and pasta. Nope, wrong color. Too big. Yeah, sure. Thank you, and you have a good night as well. See you probably Thursday, unless you're not. Oh, wait, no, did you say you're not streaming Thursday? I can't remember now. I thought you said you weren't streaming tonight. My brain rattled. So anyways, what I'm doing right now is I'm just gonna make like almost like a piece of wood. Whoops, that went too far there. So I'll put the wood grain, start it over here. That way I can take it off the guitar altogether. Monday and Tuesday, okay. So I'll probably see you tomorrow then. For that same normal hour that I usually show up for. Take care. Whoa. Smudge that shape of smudging. Go a bit faster. Get it across the whole thing. I still fail at it. Also, I don't want to smudge, take the transparency, which is really tricky at that edge to not do. That one wasn't powerful enough. That one was too strong. Oh, it's a good thing I'm on an extra layer. I can just erase it from over top of that electric. All right, there's kind of a wood grain. And then I will go into eraser. Is this the eraser I usually use? No, I don't like that. I'll just do my, not ink, paint, and then I'll switch this to eraser mode. That's fine. So then I'll shape the guitar like this. Erase all the excess, which there's quite a bit of apparently. I think the guitar shrunk. A little. How many times am I going to say that? And then let me just tick that up to that. There we go. Put a hole in it. And that's covered up by the split mostly. Oh, crap. I should have checked that before I did everything else. See if I can correct that. Yeah, without dragging transparency into it. Yeah. See if I can fix that a little bit because I got a little bit too much solid on that edge. Things like this is why I love vector art, because I love being able to correct stupid shapes like that. I'm going to just cut that off like that, because that would fix that shape I didn't like too. A little bit more round. I'm in love with the shape of you. There we go. For some reason, Control Scroll does not zoom in this program. It's kind of weird. All right, I will put strings on that too. First, water. Also, the neck of the other guitar. Also, I just want to color the electric first. Whoops. Or I guess not exactly color it, but to give it a little bit of sparkle. I'm trying to remember if I have like a sparkly. I don't know what this is. Exactly what I wanted. So is that. I wonder if those are in another category somewhere. day I find some new railway. Huh. The only problem with that is it's also getting off the guitar. I will just do this normal thing with really small dots, and I'll just put them on manually. It's fine. Oh, I suddenly have Swedish music going through my head. Säker, to be specific. For jag. And no, I'm not a master of Swedish, so my pronunciation might have been off there. But Hammy already left, so we can't ask him. And hide the split. That way I'm not judging based on that split where I put some dots. Because the split's supposed to be hiding things. Not stopping them from existing. Although I do want another one there. Okay. And then I will make a guitar neck. And they'll put that on the electric guitar later because it's on the electric guitar side. That's not the undo button. Trying to do that as like straight as possible, and it's tricky. It might help if I use a square brush, to be honest. Even that circle there is bugging out. There. Nice. And then I will go back to circle mode. I'll just go back to paint category. And do like... I don't know what a guitar head looks like. My guitar head even. No. No. This is what it looks like. Okay. The brush is too big. Shouldn't take me that long to figure out that that's my problem. Once I get tuning pegs and strings on it, it'll look better too. That looks like a shadow. I don't remember how to do that, but it's like some sort of creature you do with your hands in shadows. Yeah, I'm trying to itch my nose, not pick it, please. That goes almost to the edge of the picture too. Wow. All right. Tuning pegs. I guess you should put on this side. And they're both sides, yeah. Well, those aren't a consistent size. I don't know what I'm doing to make those bigger than the rest. Then we're good enough. And then I need like the actual peg. I'm not sure if this is really sticking with the abstract theme that I said I was going to use at the start of this. So I probably should have done like really square shapes for the guitar, not like this rounded stuff, but you know what? It's okay. We'll deal. Strings. That was probably off camera, but I just threw my pen up in the air and caught it because I didn't grab it from the floor in in the orientation that I wanted. So I'm on strings now. I want to lock this. Why is it hidden? What did I do? Strings are kind of like almost the same as the pegs, I guess. And I want like a really thin ink. Yeah, this thing. Really thin brush for this one. Yeah, that's right. Cool. Oh, you know what I just realized? That hole in the guitar opens to the background, not to the back of the guitar. I will have to fix that, because that just looks fucking weird. Unless I wanted it to be that weird. No, I don't want it to be that weird. I'll have to add a bridge too. Just about not enough room there. Yeah, I can't grab the frets either. Those are technically too close, but whatever. I'm gonna do like that color maybe. Not that brush though. That brush. That's better. And I'm not going to worry about the frets, or should I? Yeah, I'll worry about the frets, fine. I'm not going to worry about getting the correct amount of frets though. I'm going to take some artistic freedom on that one. Oh, geez, these are getting really thick. Not paying enough attention. They also get really close together near the near the. I can't point to the screen. Near this side here, but it's okay. Look at it up here, it's fine. Save. I should save. So it is a little bit weird now that I'm looking at it up here as a whole. That there's like a neck here, but there's not really much here. I wonder what I could put though. Oh, I need a bridge. I said I need a bridge, and I didn't put a bridge. Bridge being this thing here. Oh, that was more thick than I wanted it, but that actually worked out nice. Oh, I also said that I want to put it back into that hole, which I will actually do as a separate layer. For ease. And I think I'll do it at that color there. Just do like that. Nope. That, no good. Almost black. Like a chasm. Yeah, that looks awesome. I think. Although now that I'm seeing where the strings are, I should really have a little bit more open there. It does not have any of the keyboard shortcuts that I expect. I do footfall on the eye. My brain just went from one Swedish song to another. What just happened? I am not in eraser mode. Hello? Okay, I see what's happening. There's yellow of the background because they don't have enough of this stuff. So if I go back into non-eraser mode on this layer, just fill that whole area with brown. That's fine. Then I can go in here. It's not fine because it overflowed. Just until it overflows, then it's fine. I think that should do. Yeah, it's all solid. So now I can go into eraser mode on the front layer. That was too big. Expand that a little bit. The strings are all over the hole now. That looks a bit better. Now, back to that dilemma that I was mentioning earlier. Is there something else I could put here? I don't know that there is. I do find fun. Let me play the song one more time here. See if it gives me any inspiration. it did not give me any inspiration. But honestly, I'm kind of thinking this is fine. I think I'm good with this. Unless I want to like swirl. I don't know how to swirl. So if I could save this thing, that would be great. Oh, I'm got LPS focus. That's why it's not saving. So I guess next thing to do would be to make sort of a thumbnail. Because I want to. Here, let me export this. This is no, bad toxic. That button did not do what I wanted it to. Export this as a PNG. I should really put this in like a source folder because that's what I usually do. PNG, split emotions.png, yes, save. Find that folder somewhere. Art. Oh, I can close credit now. There it is. That is so wiggly. It's fine. Raid! Oh my gosh, it is a raid. So, I don't think I've been on the receiving end of a raid before. So this is a first. Wow, I'm suddenly noticing all the green in here. It's like just on a certain angle of my monitor. I'm gonna go back in there. I'm gonna fix that because not exactly not exactly happy with that coloring. What do I use? Krita. There it is. I'm pretty sure that means something that I don't want it to, that I don't want to know about, but you know, we'll just will work. Oh my gosh. Hang on. Let me just do that for a minute while I figure out what my computer's doing. Before I know it, it's going to show all sorts of shit that I don't want to see. There we go. Back to that. So yeah, pull the tablet back down. I gotta reorganize my desk. There are things over here that I want up here, and it might take up the room that I currently have the tablet sitting at when I'm not using it, so I might move the tablet over there. Random notes. So how long were you streaming for then? Main colors, that's what I want to fix. Oh, that's kind of going under the split there. I gotta get more black in that, I think. Over here, I'm just I'm working on a over the weekend. I did a 2-hour album challenge, or participated in a 2-hour album challenge, and the last time I did that, I drew art afterwards, and I decided I'd do the same kind of thing here, except a little bit more abstract than I've ever done, even though this isn't that overly abstract. Oh, that's Shorty. That's actually 2 hours is usually my cap lately. That is an understandable reason. I used to stream 4 hours. I don't know how I did that. Yeah, I don't know how I did 4 hours. I did it every couple weekend. Every couple weekend. Every couple weekends? Is that the term I'm trying to use? See, how far am I into this? An hour 19. I'm already forgetting how to speak. How did I do this for 4 hours? All the time. I don't understand myself. Anyways. Save, I think that's better. Export, no, not that. Get out of that folder, go into there. Okay. But anyways, yeah, I made this oddity. It was an odd challenge. If you listen to the album, might as well link that again. In case anybody that's currently here is curious, that's the challenge I participated in over the weekend, or that's the album that I contributed to. But yeah, so I got this art now. I need some water, so I will just leave that up on screen for a minute, and I will be right back. Then I'm going to do something else with this. I am back. I bumped my volume dial a bit there as I hit the mute button. Yeah, I'm kind of like that too. It's just that I force myself to stop around 9, I think. Yeah, so um, I eat around. Actually, I eat at 5:30, 5:30, depending on my sister's schedule. So streaming 6:30, 7 o'clock. But anyways, I'm gonna go into Inkscape. I did stream the entire process of me making my song Split Emotions. And I want a thumbnail for the archive of that stream. So I have this template for my archives. I need to look something up here. Actually, I should do that over here. Because I'm gonna need need something from here anyway. Oh, she works at home? I work from home too, so that's kind of why why I do the cooking, because I get off at 4 and then go straight into the kitchen basically, unless it's like a really quick meal. What am I trying to do here? I'm so distracted by dinner. Oh, that's settings. That's not what I want. All right, so here is the archive. I've already exported it to YouTube. And so what I usually do is I'll take this thumbnail. I just chose one of the default thumbnails. I want to put it here. And also want to take this here, put it here, and the date is May 4th that this was streamed. And let's see if the thumbnail's ready for me. Let me just, I don't know what it's going to come up with. Nice. Yeah, that. So take that video video ID. I am not in Dvorak mode, that's why it's not working. Copy, put that here. Oh yeah, it's sometimes this doesn't load right away. So that's awesome. So I'll copy this, put it into Inkscape. I need to reposition my monitor. It was in painting position. And I kind of have like a frame there, you can kind of see that. So I want to put it inside that frame, but on the backing. And that is a normal Livestream archive thumbnail for me. With this one, I'm going to do something a little bit extra, though. I want to put in a little bit of... I want to put in... with the 2-hour album challenge, since I like to do the art afterwards, I'm going to put that in over here as well. And I'll put that on the dot, I think. And this idea kind of came from if you look at search for Livestream archive, which I've done many times here. I've already gone back and I've gone back and put all these after I made this template, which was just like right about here. This is where I made it. But I've already gone and put the thumbnail on all my other Livestream archives, except for these two, because I like the art there as well to kind of tie it in. There's like a group of 3 videos that have to do with 12 Days Alone, which is from 2-hour album challenge volume 1. So with 2-hour album challenge volume 2, for my Livestream archives from when template making is such a time saver indeed. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. For the archive for, you know, the making of the song, or also the making of this art, so this archive, I'll have this here as well, just to also tie it in with that. And then this will be the thumbnail for when I actually upload the video itself. Actually, until recently, I didn't use custom thumbnails for the Livestream archives at all. I was just using YouTube's default, but I decided to change things recently. Trying to remember where this all was. Livestream archive, thumbnails. There we go, there's that. So now where to put my YouTube? Right there. Custom thumbnail, all right. And we'll push that public too. And then I'll have to come back in here again once I get a picture for in here for this stream, because right now I don't have don't have the picture yet to go here. And then I'll make the thumbnail for that. I don't know where else I can go with that sentence. But anyways, what time is it? 8:25. I got about half an hour. I might as well drop in the video for the song, which is going to be a lot easier than than the last time I did this because I'm not going to do quite as complicated. I do foot fall my eye. I have all sorts of random music going through my head in case anybody's wondering. Right now it's a Swedish song called Are du fått från Ari or something like that. My pronunciation isn't the best there. It's by Sackert, so that's what's going through my head. Properties. I should probably template this, but I don't. Yeah, 60 frames per second, sure. This is just going to be an image, but okay. D export slash, and definitely not PNG. Give me some audio. Turn on AV Sync. So this is Blender, well known as a video editor, but also it's well known as a 3D modeling software, I mean. But it can also be used as a video editor, which happens to be the one that I use. Just because I struggled with a whole bunch of them and then tried this one out and managed to get a rhythm with it. So I use it. I want things to not be seen as I'm pulling it up here, so let me just put that there. Alright, so I've imported the audio for this challenge. I'm holding control and I shouldn't be. Oh, snap that edge to that. And then I think I will move this up a couple tracks. Move this up a track. Go back to the beginning, and I will add a color for 120 frames, which is 2 seconds. Actually, you know what? 240 frames, which is 4 seconds, because I'm at 60 frames per second. And then I'll go to the end here. Actually, I'll mark the end of my project as well. 2402, and then minus 240, and I'll add a color and set that to a length of 240 as well. I should draw a waveform here. You know what, I'm going to put it right there. Because this is kind of like the intro. It's just like a wind sound, and then that's really where the bass and the guitar and the E-piano kicks in. So I will set this, so 315 is now the length. So do the end minus 315, snap that there. And then it should be oh, not quite yet. I need this and this. I'm going to add a alpha over, and then from this to this I'll add an, oh wait, this to this. I don't want an alpha over, what am I doing? This to this I want a cross. I know what I'm doing. And from this to this I want to cross. I can't do from this to this because it will actually mess up the transition. Things I learned early on. Oh no. Yeah, okay, well. I guess that at least that's cleaned up now. I was just about to play back this video that I just whipped up in about 5 minutes, 2 minutes maybe, something like that. Yeah, that's probably a good thing to wipe off your chest, I guess, then. Believe it or not, this video editor is Blender. I could go in here in 3D model, but I got the hang of it as my primary video editor, so I'm still been sticking with it. I tried a few others, but so far I haven't had any luck liking them. So yeah. So I like that, but it did seem a little bit static, so I'm going to see. I'm going to add a to this thing. I'm going to add a transform, and then I'm going to take the color to the transform and put the cross on that instead. Certain things that you do seem so simple in other video editors. It just feel kind of complicated here. I've gotten used to it. Blender is a 3D rendering app or 3D modeling app, but yeah, it's kind of a Swiss Army knife. Yeah, it's not the best video editor in the world, but it's the one that I get along with the best at the moment, even though it does drive me crazy at times. Right about there, I think I want this instead. So I'm going to snap that there. Oh, wait. That's not going to work quite as well as I thought it would. That's okay. When I'm doing like animations, I can like change the curve. But I can't do that with these crosses, I don't think. So that's okay. Yeah, HitFilm is the one that I tried most recently. It's Ben Burns uses it, and I've watched him edit videos quite a few times. But when I tried it, there were just so many problems that I had with it. It's part of them. Some of them workflow, some of them compatibility with my camera. It does not like my camera files. So that was a bit of a pain. But yeah, I was hoping it would be good. I was hoping I'd be able to get along with it, but I couldn't. Anyways, what did I want to do here? Transform, I want to have like a uniform scale. I think I'm not gonna move it this time like I did with 12 Days Alone. The file type it was something really odd. I know HitFilm has like its limitations on what kind of file types you can use in the Express version. Let's see if I can find some of these here. That folder would have it. MTS. Which I don't know what that means, but that's the file extension. MTS, yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, Yeah, so scale, I'm going to put a keyframe there, and then right about there, do like 2.5 maybe? No, 1.5. Yeah, like that. AVC8D, yeah. Video clip format for high definition video, yeah. Sounds about right. I do remember seeing AVC HD when I was looking on the camera itself. Where is the... Oh, there's the position. I said I'm not going to move this, but I'm going to move it. Just a little bit. 2.5 maybe? 6? I don't want to move this too much because it does like to get off the frame. Right at the end of symbols. Or close to the end of the symbols. Then I'll have this back at a scale of 1 and a position of 0 on the X. So now it's going to look something like, the fuck? I didn't put a keyframe here, really? So now it kind of does this little zoom thing. Where's the stop button? There it is. Actually, yeah. Oh, but yeah, I think it was just the audio that wasn't working too. So like I was like contemplating pulling the audio out with another program, like even Blender, but that's a pain too. Back when I was using Fraps to record gameplay, what was I using at the time? I think I was using OpenShot as my video editor, and it, for some reason, their time-lapse option did not like the Fraps codec, so it was constantly crashing. So I had to always, like, re-encode all my raw Fraps files into something else to use if I wanted to do a time lapse. That was annoying too, especially since it took all day. I want to add a little bit of rotation to this too. So rotation, set it to 0 there. Maybe I'll even do like negative 25 here, so it starts rotating as it's coming in. Oh, no, that was bad. Because there's not enough screen space for that. Delete that keyframe. Once it zooms in quite a bit, then I'll start to rotate. Rotate that. Yeah. I'd rather not re-encode the video just for the sake of that. I'd rather just pull the audio out. I'm also a little bit weird and sensitive like that. Let's put another keyframe here for 0. And one here for negative 15. No, let's do 15. Or 10 even. No, 5. Don't want it to rotate too much. And then another one here for negative 5 on the rotation. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I prefer to not. I tend to use my webcam only if it's something that's going directly into the computer. That's personal preference for me. Let me zoom into this, see if I can drag that out a little bit. Make it a little bit more, a little bit less sudden, I guess. Although now it's really sudden here. Maybe I'll expand that aspect. I like that in a way that I did not expect. Yeah, well, see, that's where the webcam I use for streaming usually, and because it never gets bigger than that. But like certain other things, I use my camcorder for. Like actually, recently there's a video coming out in a couple weeks. I have a schedule on my whiteboard over there. Oh, you can see it right there. It's that I took my camera basically out into the wilderness and filmed a few things. Couldn't do that with a webcam unless I took my laptop, which would be totally overkill. When I have a camera that can just hold like that. Why am I still wearing my gloves? Put my desk into keyboard mode. So I think the last thing I'm going to do here is add another keyframe here or something for the rotation at 0. Whoops, rotation at I. Name I is not defined. Oh no. And then I'll take this up a little bit so it kind of does a little bit of a bounce. Is it recording? That's sweet. Yeah, one more. One more tiny little bounce. That is a weird curve. I've never made something like that before. I don't know if I like this one being so sudden. That one I'm fine with. can extend this a little bit. Makes it not quite as even, but really there's a bunch of spot silence at the end here anyway. I really wish I could change the curve on this cross. I tried changing the opacity of of these tracks before instead of as like a replacement to the cross, because I would be able to, if I use keyframes, then I could change the curve. But that's just it never worked for me. It made me sad. But anyways, I think that's. Whoops. That's good for that video. I'm gonna make a folder here. Video. And then I like to put my Blender project in a separate folder because it makes a few backups. 2-hour track challenge 2018-0507. Save. Think my computer can handle rendering this while on stream? I better not chance it. That's probably all I have for today then, though. Made that picture. Made somewhere deep in this cave. Made that thumbnail. I'm tuning my guitar. And then I made this video. So yeah, I'm gonna take a drink of water and then I will say done. Big drink of water there. Yeah, so I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks for coming out and chatting. I will be, it's gonna be over a week again until I stream again. Nice. Yeah, so the next time I'll be streaming is next Wednesday, I'm thinking. That's my normal sort of graphic design / art stream. And I'm going to continue working on streaming assets. Streaming assets like the things under the video. Or even this screen's the kind of things that I work on Wednesdays. But this stream replaced that for this week. And I'm not doing my Saturday streams this week for other reasons. So yes, hope to see you around again, Bob. That's it for me for the night. Have a good life.